WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish out. Bright future we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions. Fan cams bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when Eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Everyone, hope you're well, hope you're doing good, and we're back for another Wsl Academy Lowdown. Now, busy weekend of football for Palace across all, both men and women. I have to say, obviously, and we're going to go into the women's game a bit more. Once again, massive congratulations to the women for even just making the WSL, and it was such a great. I'm sure it was a great experience for them, a great learning curve, and they didn't let themselves down. Obviously, I think it was just a bit tough that step up, but I generally think they did us all proud. They did us all proud, So big up to them. But let's get into it in greater detail. So obviously the debut in the WSL away at Spurs. And you know what? For 45 minutes, they really, really matched Spurs. I think obviously Spurs had chances, and Yanis was unbelievable in goal, by the way. And I just think that she kept us in the game for a lot longer than we needed to be, But we played our style of football. We weren't afraid. Considering it's obviously our first game in the competition, we definitely weren't overawed. And I must admit, they should be very, very proud of themselves, each and every one of them. But let's break down the game in a bit more detail. So obviously, like I said, Tottenham started off bright. They really were attacking down our right hand side a lot. Whether it was with Neville or with it was Russell, who eventually became one of the goal scorers, and it's something that we really struggled to cope with, which is a bit of a shame. And their first goal came from that. Raz dropped into a kind of a deeper position to pick up the ball, ran towards obviously our back line, and took in fact great dribbling from her, to be fair. And obviously took a shot on the edge of the box, which trickled into the far left-hand corner, which gave them the lead. And then, like I said, I think we still played our football. We created, I wouldn't say we created anything clear cut, but we definitely created, I'll say half chances, and I think it's a situation that if we were a bit more decisive in the final third, or if the weight of pass was better, then I think we would have definitely done better in that aspect. Into the second half, and honestly, it was all Spurs. It was all Spurs. But I think the disappointing aspect with that is we were the makers of our downfall for their second goal. So the ball got played into the midfield. It got set back, but it was a bit short for Vage, who couldn't get there. Tackle comes in. I believe Spence then plays the ball through to Jessica Naz, who's through on goal. Once again, Naz with an incredible save, and unfortunately, the ball just bounced behind her, and it was a tap-in for Naz to make it 2-0. And like I said, from that moment onward, it was pretty much game over. I know Reardon had some deep right moments. Stengel had opportunity from a corner, which was blocked. Blanchard had a good chance to make it 2-1. Then it was a kind of a cross-come shot that if we had gambled, then We could have obviously what do you call it? Got to go back into this game. Um, Spence, who I think was brilliant. I think between her and Rasso, I'll say player of the match for Spurs because they were brilliant. Scores of third, and the build-up play for their third was like one and two touch passing. I think it was incredible. To be fair, really really good finish, shot low to the low bottom corner, and then finally Artinen, um, was the goal of the game, arguably. No, in fact, the goal of the game, absolute strike, absolute strike. And what a strike it was. So fair play. Nothing that Yanis could have done. But you know what? Big up to him. Like I said, I think they'll learn from this. I think they'll really learn from this. I think they will have to obviously get their fitness up. They've got to obviously understand the speed of the game. It was a lot quicker. Um, a lot quicker than say the championship is. But like I said, this is all a learning curve. And yeah, like I said, no way should they be ashamed of what they achieved yesterday at all. Um, just onto that, Laura Kaminsky has had her say. Bear with me 1 second. So yeah, Laura Kaminsky has had her say. And here's some of the things she's had to say. I'm not going to read everything because there's a lot. So she said, I think most of the positives came from the first half. Thought we were really bright in the first half. We had a lot of possession of the ball. I didn't lead to many shots on target. So that's again something that we need to progress on. Um, and this is where I definitely agree with what she said. I thought towards the end we started to look a little bit disorganized, so we definitely got to take that first half performance. But there were loads of positives to build on. We played some good football in the first half. We've just got to find a way to sustain it now into the latter stage of the game. She said, well, Spurs, they're a top side. They've been in the WSL for years. They've recruited well over the summer again, and the great staff that lead the team. I think we could have sustained that first half performance to about 70 minutes. I thought we paid off before that, yeah. And I think that second goal, once again, that we kind of made our own downfall, but that second goal, I think, really took the wind out of ourselves. We found it really difficult after that, and Spurs just did brilliant to obviously just keep the ball. So yeah, she says, well, obviously today we're disappointed for the fans, but I did say to players before the game, it's 100% effort for the fans that have travelled here on the first day to see us. I felt like the players did deliver that. They really tried. Obviously, the impact from the bench, although the scoreline didn't reflect, I felt like we gave it 100% effort. So yeah, and definitely match and mirror each and one of those sentiments. So honestly, massive big up to everyone involved. And like I said, hopefully we learn from that. Big up, Luke. I hope you're doing well. So let's quickly move on to let's do the under 18s. Tough day. Tough day. They fell to a 6-0 defeat to Fulham and also had a red card in that game. Now, the red card came after the fourth goal. And the thing is, the 18 started off brightly. It started off really bright, to be honest. Testing the Fulham backline, testing the goalkeeper. But I think they'll just be disappointed in the manner in which the goals came. And that's quite, I finished all the goals. So let's try and give this a proper breakdown. If I can find it. I mean, there's nothing here on the Palace website about under 18s. Anyway, but when you look at it, let's see, the first goal came down the right hand side, which is too easy for the winger to drive along the actual goal line and then cut it across for a tap in. Second one, a dink over the left or right back, who ends up being in no man's land. Once again, a simple finish. The third was a very, very deep running through the middle of the park, and then a through ball played in for the third. The fourth, I can't remember what the fourth was, but yeah, I think all the goals we conceded were it was poor from our end. Obviously, for Fulham, they'll feel like it's great build up play, included a penalty as well. Dashing got sent off for a second yellow card. He nearly took out the goalkeeper after being booked already. So yeah, it's just I think it's one of those ones you just got to chalk off. Look, Fulham are a very good side in academy levels anyway. They've been established academy side for the longest time, you know. But we got to find ways to one, make sure that we're not conceding mad amount of goals because this is gonna come back to bite us, you know. And two, just be a bit more competitive against the better sides, you know. So let me see where the put. So we've dropped to, and this is actually, see, I'm not too sure if this is updated because I don't think they've added the 6-0 defeat. But we were sixth, so I think Fulham have now gone above us. Just looking at the table now, I don't know if this is updated. You know, so yeah, we'd have to just kind of wait and see for that update. But something we definitely need to improve on. I think yeah, like I said, 6-0 sounds harsh, but they were just very clinical. You know, they did some of the build up was great from their part, but very defensively poor from our part. You know, so that's the 18s. And lastly, the 21s who played on Friday, I believe. Had a 1-1 draw with um Reading. Um, Imolo scored very early on, I think in the 9th minute or so. Um, Marsh did amazing, like he was dribbling through, and then he kind of lofted the ball over their defense. And Imolo was very, very composed. To be fair to him, took his time and made sure he slotted it home. We then conceded midway through this first half, and it's the second phase of play from a corner. So corner comes in, it's headed out, which is fine, but we were very slow to come out, very slow to come out, and obviously that ball then gets clipped back into the box. Then it's headed across goal, and it's struck home from close range. I believe the scorer was Telmu, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see if I get this correct. Let's see results. Tuma, sorry, Tuma, and that was in the 28th minute. So yeah, a 1-1 draw. I think that's now taken us to, and once again, this is based of the fact that if this is actually updated, it's taken the 21s to, they are, so played 3 and got 5 points, 1 win, 2 draws. So undefeated, but um, only 5 points. But we have got a game in hand on some of the other teams. So yeah, I think another game where if we had taken our chances, we could have seen this one out. But I think it was pretty much even game, and I think a 1-1 draw is a very fair result. Um, big up Will. Just say it quickly for those who are watching now or watching later. Go and sub to Will's channel, Man Like Will. He's on 89 subs, I believe. 100 sub gets him the one chip channel. So yeah, make sure you go and sub over to him because Will, I hope you allow me to host that one, please. Because I'm putting in this work to get you to 100 subs. I hope you let me host it. I appreciate you, my brother. And your watch alongs were incredible yesterday. Obviously, sorry for that late drama in the Arsenal Man City game. So I mean, just wondering if don't think there's much more to discuss. There's no actual news from the club regarding our loanees, which is surprising. They normally have no, they do. They have a loan watch. All right, give me a sec. All right. So Owen Goodman and Joe Woodworth were on fine form for AFC Wimbledon and Exeter City, respectively, this weekend. Goodman kept his 4th clean sheet in a row. That's incredible, to be fair. And Exeter City. So Whitworth has got his third clean sheet of the season as they won 2-0. So, I mean, to be fair, Exeter are loving Joe Whitworth at the moment. You know, I think he's saved 3 or 4 penalties already this season as well. So fair play to him. In Scotland, Killian Phillips has registered his first assist for St Mirren in their second win of the Scottish Premier League campaign. Um, it was a towering header to flick on to set up Olisana. All right. And that gave St Mirren a 2-1 lead, which proved to be the winner. Anton Edouard made his debut for Leicester, having been eligible to play for us, and he came off the bench in the 83rd minute for Jamie Vardy. Jez is still finding his feet. He played 67 minutes in a 1-0 win over Derby, which obviously would have had Ozo playing for Derby in that one. Abue came off the bench for Oxford. He couldn't help turn it around. They lost 2-1 to Bristol City. And both fullbacks, Teo Adaramola and Danny Imre, both continued their starting berths for both Stockport and Bromley. However, they left this weekend empty-handed as the Hatters lost to Leyton Orient and Bromley lost to Grimsby. Few more. National League, Jack Ross Morrison got another 90 minutes. They lost 3-0 to Barnet. O'Shea Matherin came on as a second of substitute for Hartlepool against Dagenham and Redbridge. Doesn't have a score update though. Luke Plange got more minutes off the bench for Helsinki. They drew 1-1 with VPS. And Ola Debomi didn't feature for Beveren, and he was named on the bench. Last two, Nairo Al Hamada was named in Rennes matchday squad for the first time, but was also an unused sub. And obviously, so Ozo missed the clash against Sheffield United due to injury, so he didn't play for Derby. And that is all our loanees. So yeah, guys, wrap it up there. Like I said, these WSL / Academy streams won't be as long as the usual streams. And obviously where we did the watch along yesterday, we obviously covered a lot of the women yesterday. And massive game this Friday. I'll be there with my daughter Nyla and my niece Faith at Sellers Park. Potential of vlog there for that game on Saturday. Myself, JC Chairman, we're travelling up to Goodison Park for our away game against Everton. But a reminder of the things of the week. Tomorrow is Tat Eagle for that Everton game. Friday will be the match preview, and obviously Saturday, depending on what time we get back, there'll be a vlog for the game at Goodison Park, and then obviously match reaction for that too on Sunday. Yeah, I think that is all. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Oh, don't see. Lately, we've been doing these as shorts, but if there's nothing going on, we might just go live. When is the draw, by the way, Luke? Is that Wednesday or Thursday? Let me know in the chat before I wrap up. But yeah, it could be something that we do, but we have been doing them as shorts recently, so yeah, we'll keep you posted on that. And after you've mentioned that, we'll wrap up. Just waiting to see if he comments. And to be fair, if he doesn't, listen, we'll keep. It's Wednesday. Perfect. Wednesday. All right, wicked. Yeah, I would be a short, or we could potentially go live briefly whilst the draw's going on, but we'll wait and see. Hopefully, we get a favourable draw. Could it be a chance to make the quarter final of the Carabao Cup, which would be a great achievement? And I know Glasgow really wants to take this competition seriously. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Big up to you. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to subscribe to Man Like Balls channel. We're trying to get him to do the chip challenge. Anyway, listen, my people. As always, up the palace. Eagles.